Everybody's still coming in. Come on in the room, you guys. Come on in the room. I would love for somebody to come on and sing for us. I was just on here doing a bunch of, scent experimentations, but right now we are doing singing. Yeah, 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 yeah. I do so many voice lessons, and I come up with all these notes, and sometimes if I don't write it down, I totally forget. And I promise there's so many aha moments in my voice lessons that I hate that by the time I hang up, I've forgotten what I said. I was talking to a young man today, though, about his mixed voice. He has an amazing voice, like beautiful voice, but he really wants to master his mix. And he just feels like, I think because he's trying to make it sound like something, he's missing the mark. And so one of the things I told him was like, hey, where does it feel good? Like how a note feels is just as, if not more important than how it actually sounds. Because the feeling tells you whether or not it's correct, because your voice is part of your body. So your body, if your body is giving you signals of pain or signals of fatigue, it's letting you know something is out of balance. You're pushing somewhere unnecessarily. So I said, pull back on all of that effort that you're putting into it. And where does it feel good? And once I had him pull back to where it felt good, the sound was so much more, it flowed, it was consistent, the phrasing, it just sounded more supported. The phrasing was more beautiful. And as he continued to sing, he started to be able to insert, did I just see lightning? Mercy. As he continued to sing, he started to, kind of be able to insert his own personality and his own musical ideas into it in a way that it sounded good. And so that's one thing that I teach a lot is, how does it feel? And sometimes even when I'm critiquing a person's voice, I'll say, that felt better. Did that feel better to you? It's funny because obviously I can't, because of vocal empathy, I'm listening to how it feels, if that makes sense. I'm listening to how it sounds, but I'm listening to how it feels. If we can just accept what our voice sounds like when it feels right, we'll be better off and we'll actually be able to master our voices. So that was my little tip for the day. Yes. So hi, Joseph Harris. Yes, middle voice / mix should always feel fairly easy. Exactly. But I think when I say his middle and mixed voice, I'm talking about that area for men. Let's say anything past G4 to C5. You know what I'm saying? Just like right in that area where it's like, okay, my belt is running out, but my head voice isn't that strong here either. So it's like this middle passage of just like, you feel like, you're going through puberty all over again. We're talking about that area. And that can be tough. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's all about expectations. I was on live last night talking about how, it's interesting to me how men come to voice lessons hoping to recapture their 11-year-old self. It's like, dude, you're not 11. Why are you coming to me hoping to sing like Mariah Carey? Just step back for a second and ask yourself, what sense does that make? How much sense does that make? Yes, you could do it when you were 12 and maybe when you were 14, but there's a thing called puberty and testosterone. And it did its job. So instead of trying to recapture that, why don't we discover what feels good, therefore sounds good? Somebody said, I feel seen. Yes, ask a question. Go ahead. True, puberty is traumatizing as a male singer. But you're spot on. Yeah. Oh, I know I'm spot on. In my Maybe I just can't read. In my EXP choir, male mix generally goes clear to the top of our range, but head voice feels a lot lower. Yeah. Oh, in my experience, the choir male mix. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Sorry, I just thought maybe my eyes. Nicole said the truth hurts to Lisa. I'm like, I don't even sound like Mariah Carey. And it's not to say that there aren't men that have that kind of range. There are tenors with a very high extension. I think B. Slade is a great example. Adam Lambert's a great example. Jesse Powell's a great example. Avery Wilson's a great example. So men with voices like that do exist. But that doesn't mean that they are the exception. They're not the rule. And guess what? They're so exceptional that we know their names. That's how exceptional that gift is. That when somebody has it, we know who they are. So don't think that that's the norm. Something about male voice, the chest can push very high mixes, but our head voice cannot survive the same. No, not at all. Not at all. You're so right. Advice for baritones. My advice for baritones is, a great voice is a great voice is a great voice. I don't think I'll say this. My advice for baritone is don't try to be a tenor. Don't try to fake tenor. You're not a tenor. You can do what tenors can't. Those are your money spots. The spots you keep ignoring, trying to compete with tenors, are your actual money spots. Those are the things that people are going to pay to come here. And you ignoring it because you're trying to do the high stuff. But you have richness, you have tone. And the thing that you can do that tenors can do, you can have agility. You can have a great ear and great musicality. Just because you're a tenor doesn't mean you're an inferior singer. Just because you're being a baritone doesn't automatically make you an inferior singer. A great voice is a great voice is a great voice. You may not, the only thing that should differentiate you from a tenor is the range and the color. But as far as agility, musicality, all of those things, you should be able to do it. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to sing a Stevie Wonder song in a different key. That's all. Do what works for your voice, because the color is your money spots. So I think you kind of have to learn to reframe what makes a great singer great. Nobody goes to a Cher concert expecting to hear Mariah Carey high notes or Demi Lovato high notes. But that doesn't mean people aren't paying money to hear Cher sing, right? They're paying to hear her sing. People are paying to hear Layla Hathaway sing. And it's not because she's singing Celine Dion high notes. The money is in that rich tone. So accept it. Lean into that. That's what makes you unique. Thank you so much. You sent me $10. Thank you. Thank you, Joseph. Learn English with Federico. Actually, my throat doctor told me that range comes from the chord's length. The shorter they are, the easier you do high notes. That's interesting. I would think it was the opposite, but that's interesting because I know that you lengthen high notes come with chord lengthening. So if it had anything to do with length, I would have thought that it had to. Somebody would say longer chords would do higher notes if it had anything to do with length, but I wouldn't know for sure if it does. But if that's what your throat doctor said, who am I to argue with a medical physician? I find that baritones sacrifice their depth of power for thinner, higher voices to compete with the tenors. A baritone can bring down the house with power images. Exactly. Absolutely. Right, size rather than length. Right. So Joseph, I know it sounds like we're talking about something else right now, but what I know about the voice is deeper voices have thicker chords for sure. You're right. Thank you for that. You were killing some.
There's a bee.
There's a bee in the house? Then close my door. I don't want to know about it. There's a bee in the cold? Girl, close my door. I don't want it flying in here. You left it open. Close my door. You want it in here? No. If you're scared, close the door.
I'm not about to sleep out there with a bee in the living room that is black.
Okay. So, what does that say? Too many think because they sound like a girl, they think they can sing. This is true too. There are a lot of men that think because they sing high. Oh, thank you. Someone said your dreads are so cute.
Thank you.
Cover up yourself.
I
am. Yeah, I've heard a lot of guys that assume that because they sing high, they automatically sound good and are able to sing like a diva. It's amazing to me. It's amazing. So anyway, definitely feel seen. I've been talking about this for days now, trying to adapt to my full tone sound. Oh yeah, I am the woman who is going to, the woman teacher who's going to tell you, no, I'm not going to work your high range. I'm going to work your mids because that's where you talk and that's where your voice is and that's what we're going to do. Let's work on that. Oh, okay, that is what you meant to say, Federico. Okay, cool. Now that sounds familiar. I've always been a baritone, so I never sang high. Good for you. You don't have to. And ghetto, don't forget ghetto. Puberty was ghetto. It's cringy. Most of the time, male singers that do that want to be Ariana Grande. Yeah, with the little hand in the air. It's true. When they want to sing high, it's not even like, to me, Stevie Wonder is a really high tenor. But that's not good enough for them. When they want to sing high, they want to sing Mariah Carey high, Ariana Grande high. Like, it's just the lofty goals. The delusion of it all. Because a lot of times guys that want to sing that high, they're not really good singers to begin with. So it's like you're worried about range and you can't sing yet. Let's go back to the basics. That's all. Hold on. I have 2 pitches in whistle tone. Okay, yeah, C6 and D6. That's funny because I don't have a whole lot of whistle. Yes?
Where am I going to sleep even though there's a bee in the living room?
We're not going to talk about this right now because you need to go upstairs.
What?
We're not talking about it right now.
Oh my God. It didn't get washed.
You have a choice. You can sit here quietly or go out there and figure your life out.
Sit here quietly.
Thank you. Chris Brown can sing high notes, but they're so random in his songs that are upbeat. I mean, I think Chris Brown is an okay singer to me. Let me see. One thing I still have issues with is a tad bit of tension when I run or riff at times. I can do ascending runs easily, but descending ones still are a tad difficult. Really? Usually it's the other way around. Usually ascending runs are harder. So I would have to hear it because sometimes the way people assess themselves isn't accurate. I go note by note and I hit the notes, yet whenever I get faster and faster, it helps sliding more than. Is it just me? Then why I would like to. Any tips for that? Again, I would have to hear your voice. Like just you saying that is not gonna generate a tip in my brain. I find heavier, tenser singers have better runs and agility when they learn. Definitely, 100%. My voice drastically improved once I learned how to sing in the mixed voice and the middle voice just by backing off of the weight. It's kind of like we have rich voices, so we like to lean into that richness, but we lean into it so much that we're actually creating a lot of tension. Let me see if I have somebody that wants to sing. I mean, this is a great chat. I definitely don't mind. Yeah, Cher is a contralto. Aw, you miss us. Is this the same guy that wants to be our friend? Thug man? Looking like he lives in Cameroon. Why is Saucy's camera so ashy? It's probably pixelated. And her lighting probably isn't right. Probably don't have on your ring light.
Don't do me like that, y'all. That's offensive.
Oh.
Y'all ain't right.
My dear friends, I'm here again. Oh my God. Spare me, sir. Y'all scared of bees? We're absolutely scared of bees. Are you kidding me? You're not scared of bees? I don't do insects. No. And the crazy thing is because it was slightly warm today, like maybe 55, 60, and it rained, I said to myself, I bet there's bugs. I bet them bugs thawed out today. And sure enough, these kids are saying something's flying in the house. Don't know if it's off topic. Do you think? I definitely think Jessica Simpson would have been so much better with training. Jeez Louise. All she did was scream. And it wasn't that she didn't have a pretty voice. She just had absolutely no direction. Why are you laughing? Heavy with a vibrato, slower than a Walmart checkout line. Ooh. Them Walmart checkout lines. Now that's what's traumatizing. Well, it thawed out a little bit today. It's like 60 degrees. Yeah, I wish she would have given singing a try with an actual voice teacher. Like, you know what I mean? But she was just like, she was just like, ooh. Like, who likes this? I would love to know your opinion on Celine Dion. I'm surprised I haven't talked about her. Delisa, can you talk Spanish to me? I would like to sing a song. Can I talk Spanish to you? Why? You speak English so well. Ain't nobody camera asked you. That's hilarious. I'm so behind in these comments. I'm so behind. How to build the skill of singing complex runs like Avery Wilson? I think it's just learning how to sing smaller runs and then connecting them. I don't think he necessarily does anything super complex. Like, I definitely don't think his runs are like really jazzy. And when I say jazzy, I think what people like Jasmine Sullivan, Kim Burrell, those are the two main people that come to mind. I may even want to say Well, Brandy is pretty complex, but still think Jasmine and Kim are more complex. They're more jazzy, and it's like you would probably have to study a different genre a little bit longer. Your shorts are very short. All right. Good luck. God be with you. Close my door. Yeah. I think so yeah, I don't think it's super complex what he does, but I think it's just great because he combines so many different concepts into one. And then he's just so agile and he does everything so fast. Makes sense? Let me see if anybody's. Oh, I got requests. My bad, guys.
I'm like, yeah, I feel like I'm watching a TV show up here. It's like, what's up?
Hey.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I said, well, if nobody ain't sing tonight, I said I'll get in here and break the ice.
Okay, go ahead. What do you want to sing?
Well, I thought since it is Black History Month, let's do let's oldie but goodie. Old Man River.
I don't know that song.
Okay, never mind. Jesus, see, I had one on my lips. We'll do Spine Still Delivered, just a little piece.
Okay.
Jesus, now my mind went blank on the first word. Like a fool, I went and stayed too long. Now I'm back and wondering my love so strong. Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Yeah. Then that time I went and said goodbye. Now I'm back and not ashamed to cry. Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Yeah.
Oh, you're not gonna do the hook?
I don't know. Here I am, baby. Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Yeah. That's all I know. I don't know the rest of the hook.
I think they just repeat it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for singing. I hear a little bit of nasality in there, and it sounded like you were kind of struggling to find your key. In the beginning, like the da 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 sing goodbye. There's like a little line that's ascending. I don't know it exactly because I've never studied the song. Da 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 da. It's something like that, and I feel like you were kind of like waiting, trying to find a da da da. You were always landing fine there. So I think you should probably study those first few notes to make sure they're in the key. And just make sure as you get higher that it's not getting too nasal.
Okay, I can work on that.
But other than that, somebody said you sound Disney.
I sound Disney?
Yeah, so I'm thinking theatrical.
Yeah. I don't know why that is one of the common things that I get, but I don't know how to sing and not be.
Well, you sing the way you talk. You're just very you enunciate every word perfectly, and that's not really how soul music works. There's more nuance involved.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to sing without being animated. I'm sorry.
You lived.
I almost did it.
Okay. I'm glad you survived. You survived. Thank you, Jay.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Somebody asked, in terms of technique, do you feel Beyonce is comparable two legends like Whitney and Celine. In terms of technique, yes, I would say so. You said I was a painting. Yeah, I would say the same thing. I think whistle tone starts around an E6 as well. That's a good observation. Thank you. You're crazy. That is not true. The Chris Brown thing. I am so far behind. Can Janet sing? I think so. I am so behind on these comments. How did I get so far behind? Is El Boogie here? Oh, you're saying get out of mine and El Boogie sessions. Am I like 10 minutes behind on these comments?
Thank you.
You want to sing but you're eating? Is that little Delisa in the back? Let her say hello. Ciao. Vete de aquí. Okay. You don't want kids? Déjame en paz to them kids. That's funny. Oh my gosh, I'm so far behind. I'm so far behind in these comments. How did I get so far behind? This is my normal face. Lies. I love your hair, Saucy. You look okay. Whoo, caught up. I'm caught up in the comments now. Whoo. My mom. She said, "Don't worry, my mom calls me a Disney prince all the time." Ariana's really improving. Why do you think she's been improving so fast? I don't know. Maybe she just learned how to sing better. I don't know. I don't be studying these people like this. I don't study Ariana Grande. I only know her because my kids watch Disney. Otherwise, I would not know who that child is. Hello, my name is Ibrahima. I live in Senegal, West Africa. Oh, hi. Beyonce has a rather bland, ordinary tone, but makes the most of it and has usually great musicianship. The range of genres and styles she can do is just uncanny. I kind of agree. I think that's why he said as tech-wise though. Did you see that? It blinked and there's like a storm outside. I think technique-wise, though, she's doing everything that the greats do. I just don't think she has the same instrument or the same quality of instrument. It's close, but it's just not. It's not the same. Who do I study? I study people with really cool voices or really cool music. I don't think I really study anybody now. I mean, who do I study now? I study you?
Yes.
What is it? What? I study you?
Yes. I mean, I was.
Oh, yes. So Kayla knows how to like make her voice have several tones. So I do think that's cool. I don't even know who Devon Terrell is.
We gotta get her right, y'all.
I feel like Whitney won the lottery with her instrument. Absolutely. And backed it up with world-class technique. Absolutely. Whitney is the only singer who has everything you'd want in a voice. Period. I see a lot of female singers killing it, but as a male, I find it hard to find male inspiration. There's some great male inspiration. Have you heard of Gene Moore? Gene Moore is like the modern Donny Hathaway. No kidding. He's great inspiration. I don't really know. I don't know what kind of singers you're looking for, but like I know back in the day, I mean, when I say back in the day, I'm talking 20, 25 years ago, Jesse Powell was amazing. I think if I were a guy, I would find Daryl Walls extremely inspirational. he has a quartet style. He's pretty much modern quartet, but vocally and just the way that he approaches music, it's aggressive, it's masculine, um, it's deliberate. I find him super inspiring. Somebody said Jaden Gray. There's a lot of great male singers. They just don't make great music. Like, so you're saying Luke James, Avery Wilson, right? I think back in the day, A&R was doing a much better job, and I think the times were different as far as what music was popping. A&R did a great job of matching great singers with great writers. And I think now it's just not happening. I don't know if the A&R, position just no longer exists the way that it did. But I find that great singers are not being matched with great repertoire. And therefore, the best of them aren't having hits. But then when you listen to the hits, they're not really singing. Yeah, I like Clark Beckham too. I like this. Avery Jones, Clark Beckham, Luther Vandross. Okay. Brian McKnight. Minnie Riperton. I love Minnie Riperton. Mariah is overrated as a live singer. Her voice was impressive, but in my opinion, wasn't expressive. Yeah, I think as a live singer, Mariah doesn't bring a whole lot to the table. I think that's why her stage is usually full of a lot of dancers that are just kind of carrying her around, because she's not dancing, she's not moving or anything like that. But I mean, they've made it work for this long. I figured you meant Avery Wilson. I saw Avery Jones. I was like, well, you could say that Jesse Powell's a great background singer, but he's a great vocalist, period. Avery Wilson would make an amazing background singer because he's a great vocalist. Most great background singers are phenomenal singers, period. That's funny. Mariah sounds amazing, but technically she was much more perfect than people make her out to be. Who is your top male artist out right now? Who is my top male artist?
Well,
You looking at me, little girl?
that's a tough one.
It is.
Like, I'm not talking about presents.
I love Gene Moore. No, not Gibeon.
I'll say Jason Nelson.
But I mean, whose music I actually really listen to.
Me?
I'm trying to think, like, not someone that I'm like, oh, yeah, he has a great voice. But I'm trying to think, when you say artist, that makes me think you're asking who's in my playlist.
I listen to Kevin Ross.
Kevin Ross is actually in my playlist. Jonathan McReynolds is in my playlist.
I like
Marvin Winans is in my playlist.
Molly music, not a fan of it.
I love that song. I don't love Molly's voice, but I think he makes great music. And I particularly love that song he did with Jasmine Sullivan. And it's so good to be loved by you. I love that song. So that's definitely on my playlist. I don't know, guys. That's a toughie.
I don't know.
Michael Jackson. Butterflies. No, not John Legend. I don't think I have a single John Legend song on my phone.
This music to me is just like, it's really okay to me.
Yeah. I actually, like, the thing is, there's certain Neo songs that are on my playlist. Not that I think Neo is the best singer, but I love his writing. I love his production. I love, so what? I love Michael Jackson. No, not really any Travis Green.
Yeah, I don't listen to that either. I mean, I like one song by him.
I think there's one song I don't think it's his song. It's on the Evidence album. Walking around these walls, I thought by now they'd fall, but you have never failed me yet. I think it was a cover. Elevation Church did it with a bunch of Black artists. They made a bunch of Black artists cover their songs, and I thought that was great. Yes, Usher is a singer that I feel doesn't get his credit as a singer because he does so many other things in his shows, but I think he's actually a very strong singer. But I think it's kind of the Beyonce effect. I think he has great technique, but I don't think he's not like a Peebo Bryson. Like, I don't think anyone's listening to Usher's voice going, oh my God, that's so gorgeous. Like, when you hear Gene Moore, you think, oh my God, that's so gorgeous. I don't think you get that. He's technically really proficient and he does have a really good voice, but it's just not that voice that you're like, oh, those golden pipes, But he's a great singer. I mean, undeniably. I like Glenn Lewis's voice too. His tone is reminiscent of Stevie. Oh my gosh, PJ Morton.
I just said that.
I didn't hear you.
Oh, I talk very soft, y'all.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear. PJ Morton for sure. Like, his multiple albums of PJ Morton in my playlist.
Music Soul Child is definitely in my list.
Multiple albums worth of music from Music Soul Child. Y'all, I bought this. It is terrible.
What is it?
It said pineapple, kale, and zinc, spinach, and then celery. And I don't know why I just saw pineapple and thought this was going to be good. It's thick. Okay, girl.
I'm trying to think of some more people. Ain't thinking of people.
She want to be a YouTuber so bad.
Mostly to female voices, so I think that's why I listen to this male.
Absolutely. What'd you say?
I was gonna say Maxwell. I listen to Maxwell too.
Yes, multiple albums of. Oh my gosh, starts with a G. He sang with Tamia spend my life with you.
Is it just?
Can I just see you every morning?
Eric
What's his name?
Eric B.
That's it, Eric. What's his name?
The one that was married, Tommy, right?
Yeah, him. Well, I don't know why I said his name starts with a G. What is his name?
It's Eric something.
Somebody give me his name. This is driving me nuts.
I just said.
No, the way you're saying it doesn't feel right.
Eric Bennett or something.
Eric Benet. I was like, Eric B. I'm like, that almost sounds right. No, I couldn't get it right. I was like, Eric Benet.
Yeah, dope too. I like him.
That song he made, well, that whole album is great. Do you feel like dying? Do you break down crying? Do you fall down on your knees? I like that one. Don't wanna go on living. Does your world stop spinning when you think of me? Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you for asking. Coming out here to speak for y'all. I was gonna sing some Legacy. I was gonna do shit on the line.
What?
I think I'm probably lagging and you got live too because I didn't even see you guys like choose anyone, but I was just gonna do Lettuce. Anything for you. That was the song.
All right. What's your name?
Amari.
Amari, nice to meet you. Go ahead. You want to come sit here? Or you want to be famous? Come on.
I don't.
Call up yourself. There you go.
What a blessing. I'm waking up next to you. Your kiss is so sweet surprise. Can't believe you're in my life. The impossible is possible because you. I will love you as forever. I'll do anything for you. I will do anything for you. Heart and soul, I'll do anything for you. You are my life, one means us two. Yeah. Anything for you.
Thank you for singing.
Thank you.
You have a very beautiful voice.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you for coming on. Next time, can you slow down a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
Let the song breathe between phrases.
Of course.
You're so welcome. You have a lovely, lovely voice.
Appreciate it. Y'all have a nice night.
All right, bye.
I used to go on I was about to remove him, but I just realized I was on.
It wasn't really breaking up for me.
Nah, yeah, everything's weird.
Yeah, I guess he was breaking up for other people. All right, we're going to take one more. We're going to take one more. There's only one more request.
Remove.
Yeah, for sure. I hope I didn't embarrass him. He did good. Y'all see her blue hair?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Can you talk with me in Spanish?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll try.
Porque yo no hablo muy inglés.
Okay.
Entonces, un día yo hablé contigo acá en la live.
Uh-huh.
Entonces, si es posible, ustedes regalarme una ayuda, como una dica, así como with my voice.
What is adika? What is that?
It is like a tip.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I never heard that word. Okay. I was like, what?
So I would like a song. Yo me gustaría cantar una canción.
Mm-hmm.
So, entonces yo voy a cantar.
Okay.
Okay.
Proceeds to sing in English.
How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was
I see. I like that. That was really pretty. ¿Entiendes? Sí, muy lindo. Fue muy lindo.
Gracias. ¿Qué tú piensas que yo podría mejorar en mi voz, en mi canción?
¿Puedes cantar otra canción? ¿Otra canción? Que es un poco más difícil.
Sí. Sí, yo sé otra canción en inglés.
Sí.
Yes, I do. I believe that one day we'll be there of us right there and next to you. It's hard. Today's sun so dark. The moons, the stars, but nothing without you. Your touch, your skin, radio believe. No words can explain it away. I'm missing you. The night, the beating is a room. Tell a story. You told me not to cry when you were gone. But the feelings all around me is much too strong. Can I lay by your side next to you? You and make sure I'm not around next to you. It's so.
A mí me gusta tu voz. A mí me gusta tu voz y me gusta que tu voz es muy. How do you say it? Like suena muy natural. No hay muchas, sí, no hay muchas influencias de, you know, de un artista o un son, how do you say, soñado, a sound. Lo que yo, okay, oigo que necesitas un poco más confidencia, honestamente.
Sí.
How do you say honestamente or en realidad, whatever? I don't know. I think I made something up. But, oh my gosh. No he hablado español. Hace mucho tiempo que yo he hablado español, que yo hablo español. Pero, let me just say in inglés, por favor. I think you have a great voice. I think your voice is very natural sounding. I think you just need more confidence. Pienso que tú necesitas más confidencia.
¿Qué sería confidencia?
I think, but somebody said it needs more expression. Alguien dijo que, dijo que necesita más expresión, más emoción. Sí. Y la articulación no suena muy americana. Suena como un hispanohablante cantando en inglés.
Sí.
Entonces necesita, how do you say, mejorar. Necesitas mejorar en el acento.
La articulación.
Sí, pero pienso que la articulación afecta la emoción y la expresión.
Sí.
Sí.
Usted estaba hablando de los barítonos. Entonces, yo creo que yo soy barítono, pero no sé, porque yo
sí.
en high voice me gusta en la voz plena, como del pecho, así del chest, como como arriba. Entonces yo como break, like break en falseto, para que yo pueda como hacer...
Confianza. Thank you, child. Confianza. I'm saying confidencia. Confianza.
Está más confiante.
Sí.
Sí, sí, comprendo.
Yeah, sí. I mean, I think you're a baritone, but you said baritono. Is that how you say it?
Sí.
Sí.
I think I am baritone.
I think so. I think so. I think that's fine. I don't think that's as important. No pienso que es tan importante como la expresión o la emoción, porque tiene mucho, how do you say, range? ¿Cómo se dice range? Registro. Tiene muchas notas en tu... Say it again?
Como,
Yes. What's the word for that?
I don't know.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, someone said, alguien, this is so embarrassing. Alguien dijo que piensan que tú seas un tenor. Tenor que está, how do you say it? Tiene miedo de las notas altas.
Oh, sí, yo comprendo. I understand. But me gusta mucho como que acá, como que mientras.
But I don't. ¿Cómo se dice agree? No estoy de acuerdo con eso, opinión. No. Pienso que tú eres un barítono con un registro alto.
Sí. Sí, comprendo. Entonces yo necesito mejorar como work my articulation.
Sí.
And feeling and all todo va a mejorar.
Sí.
Sí, listo. Sí, qué bueno.
I'm glad we got through that. Woo, because that was rough.
Está nerviosa.
La presión.
Sí, el idioma, yo comprendo.
Sí.
Gracias, Elisa.
You are so welcome.
Saucy, un gusto. Un gusto.
She said she doesn't know. What did you say? Un gusto?
Gusto es como un prazer. Yo no sé en inglés como prazer. En portugués, prazer, un gusto in Spanish, but I like know you.
Yeah, like good to see you kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay, I think he's saying, hey, like it's good to see you. It's a pleasure to see you.
Yes, it's a pleasure to see you. So thanks, girls, and I don't know. So good night.
Good night. Bye. Whoo, child. That was rough. He said, thanks, girls. I think he meant to say ladies. That was funny. He waited the whole time to do that. He's been asking, can he come on and speak Spanish for like the whole time, remember? He's very sweet. All right, guys, it's 9 o'clock. I officially have to deal with whatever. First of all, I'm not going to deal with it. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not going to deal with whatever's in my house. It's just going to have to live with us until it dies.
No.
I'm not going after a bee. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. You can forget it.
No.
So, night. Love you too. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Was you talking to me or was you talking to somebody in the comments?
What? No, somebody said it in the comments. Yeah. You said, I love bees. Let that bee live. Listen, I hate Raid. I hate sprays because it gets over everything and then you have to clean everything. And I have bad aim.
I don't. I can do
Anyways,
it.
I have poor aim. I hate that stuff. It just gets everywhere. Good night. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.